have one handler. No, there's nothing wrong with that. My pictures get taken all the day. We have Antonio being questioned by a journalistic enterprise. Then of course I got the bird a couple of times, I'm assuming. I didn't actually even see that one. Up, doing his thing. Along with Antonio. President Scrooge. The second dynamic is family. How can you have family and raise children when the church does not allow you to do that? How can you have a job, a wife, kids, all those other things? How can that happen when you're not allowed to use the second dynamic, which is family? Families consist of a male, a female, and children. Same thing goes for you, Ryan. Look at you, man. Look at you. You're a beautiful kid, man. You really are. You got a lot on the ball. I can tell you're smart. Family, man. Second dynamic. But no. Church says, no, I can't have children. I can get married, but I can't have children. I can't get a job that pays more than 50 cents an hour, because that's what they pay you, and that's being generous. And I really think you should just put the mic out on the front, because you're really not hiding anything that way. Look at Antonio. Look how he carries himself. You know? Why would I come up to you and start yelling at you or doing anything like that? Because I wouldn't want to do that. Because I like you. I think you're a good kid. I really do think you are. It's just unfortunately, you just hooked up with the wrong bunch. That sign right there, 866X-Sea-Org, it'll help you to get out. It'll help you to have a real life, man. Wouldn't you want to have a real life instead of the one you got now? Instead of rooming with what, 6 or 8 guys in a room? Or if you're married, you do get one room. But when do you see your wife? So let me tell you, because we only know to call you Ryan. When was the last time that you wrote your family or talked to your mother, your father, your sister, your brother? Because everything's got to go through flag. Everything's got to be cleared before they can read it. You're not even allowed to talk, you know, call and talk to people without it being monitored. Write them. You know, they call that snail mail. Email them. You're not allowed to do that. It all has to be monitored. So why would you want to do that? Why would you want to live like that? And also ARC, affinity, reality, communication. But yet you never communicate. Why would you want to do that? It just doesn't make any sense. And you can keep turning away from you, but you know we got, I mean, buku footage of the front of your face, so what difference does it make? I mean, you're getting my face, so. And you're a pretty cool kid, by the way, anyhow, so. But it just doesn't make any sense. And I'm assuming you're my handler again for today, so, I mean, it is my right to ask you questions. I mean, you're probably not going to respond to them, which I find very abnormal. Do you know that there's like 117 million people in the United States? No, 317 million. And then I come down here and none of you guys will talk to me. You know? Most Americans, even in New York, which is very friendly sometimes, they'll even talk to me, but not you. Why did Debbie Cook, the captain of the FSO, leave after 36 years? Why have you not read her open letter to the church? Doubt is not a crime. The second dynamic is family. But you are in the Sea Org. You are not allowed to have a family. This is in violation of the second dynamic. Why did Debbie Cook, the captain of the FSO, leave after 36 years? Why have you not read her open letter? Why did Debbie Cook, the captain of the FSO, leave after 36 years? Why have you not read her open letter? Why are you violating the second dynamic, which allows for family, which is children, which you are not allowed to have? Good morning, warrant officers. Why? Doubt is not a crime. 866-X-Sea-Org. 866-X-Sea-Org. This is how much security it requires. Why is security required? This I do not know. We have multiple cameramen. There is one. And as we turn around, well, good golly, there's number two. This kid is really bored. Why did Debbie Cook, the captain of the FSO, leave after 36 years? Why have you not read her open letter? Doubt is not a crime. 866-X-Sea-Org. Narconon Arrowhead, 3 deaths in 9 months. 3 deaths in 9 months at Narconon Arrowhead. Why? Doubt is not a crime. You are in violation of the second dynamic. Family is the second dynamic. Where are your children? Why are you not having children? Because the flag will not allow you to have children in violation of the second dynamic. Why did Debbie Cook, the captain of the FSO, blow after 36 years? Why have you not been allowed to read her open letter?
3 people died at Narconon
Arrowhead in the last 9 months. 3 deaths in the last 9 months. Why have you not read the former FSO captain's open letter to the church, who now considers him to be an SP? What about Wayne Baumgarten? Hey pal, you know your leg is hurt, but according to the church, you pulled it in. Have they sent you to a doctor? No, you pulled it in. Can you take pain medication? No. Drugs? You can't have drugs. Why did Debbie Cook? How can you hold up the second dynamic? You are not allowed to have children. Why did Debbie Cook, a 36-year member, leave the church after 36 years? Why? Could you tell me that, Mr. Security fellow? What about you, Mr. Camera Guy? You got a nice job, man, just sitting there under the little shade tree. That's actually not very good there. You should be out in the heat. How can you hold up the second dynamic when you are not allowed to have children in the Sea Organization? Why have you not read the former FSO captain's letter to the church? It was an open letter to the church. Doubt is not a crime. 1-866-X-Sea-Org. 1-866-X-Sea-Org. There is help. You can get out. People will help you. How can you uphold the second dynamic if you're not allowed to have children? Why have you not read Debbie Cook's open letter? Doubt is not a crime. 1-866-X-Sea-Org. 1-866-X-Sea-Org. Young lady, how can you hold up the second dynamic when you are not allowed to have children in the Sea Org? That is a tenet of the church or teaching. Doubt is not a crime. Doubt is not a crime. Why have you not read Debbie Cook's open letter to the church, the former captain of the FSO? It is an open letter to the church. Why have you not read it? How can you hold up the second dynamic when you are not allowed to have children in the Sea Organization? Doubt is not a crime. Doubt is not a crime. Why have you not read Debbie Cooks, the former command officer of the FSO? Why have you not read her open letter to the church? How can you uphold the second dynamic if Sea Org members are not allowed to have children? Doubt is not a crime. Doubt is not a crime. Why were there 3 deaths? Why were there 3 deaths at Narconon Arrowhead in the last 9 months? Why? Why are you being paid 50 cents an hour? Why? The minimum wage in the United States is not 50 cents an hour. Doubt.
Debbie Cook, right?
Doubt is not a crime. Debbie Cook was the captain of the FSO Clearwater. Why did she leave after 36 devoted years? What about Wayne Baumgartner? What about him? How can you uphold the second dynamic when Sea Org is not allowed to have children? What about Claudio and Renata Lully? Is their son Flavio on post? We do believe that Flavio is on post. His parents would love to talk to him. Why have you not read Debbie Cook's letter, the former FSO captain of Flag? She sent an open letter to the church. Why did she blow? How can you uphold the second dynamic when you are not allowed to have children? How can you do that? If you can't have children, therefore the second dynamic no longer exists.